Hey everyone, and welcome back on Turbo Makeup, and thank you for clicking onto this video. Today we'll review the brand new collection from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, which is the Gothic Beach collection. So as you can see, this collection contains many items to review, including brand new item at Jeffree Star Cosmetics range of products, and these are the beach proof eyeliners. So that's at first, I'm not quite sure of what to expect about them. There is of course an eyeshadow palette, and there is the Gothic Diamonds highlighter palette. I expect a lot about them. And let's just take a second to look at the packaging. I mean, look at them. Jeffree Star is very the one to pay this much attention to both packaging and product, and that's something very enjoyable. And let's be real, he's a makeup mogul for a reason. I could talk a lot more about how beautiful this collection is, but enough talk, and let's just dive into this Gothic Beach. So just as usual, I'm going to prep my lids with my P. base. And then add a little bit of powder on top of it. And once again, today is a cut crease day, because to me that's the best way to put a palette to the test. You know I've got to. I'll start working on the outer shape with a very dark shade, which is SPF 666. And as you know, everything starts with a packing brush. Then bring the color to the inner corner with a thin flat brush. I am also going to bring the same color on my lower lash line. And on top of that color, I'm going to use the shade Bite Marks. Which is a very rich brown. Almost bloody burgundy. And I feel like layering the color to get this very sultry look. And to do so, I'm going to use a brown shade, which is Sandcastle. But see how well these colors are blending together. And to end this part of the gradient, I'm going to use a fluffier brush, and I'm going to use the shade Anti-Sunburn that I'll place on the edge of the shape I created and blend this out. And as you can see, it blends effortlessly. And that is one of the things I enjoy the most working with Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadows. So I'll leave the upper part alone for now. Let's take care of that lower lash line, and to do so I'm going to use that green eye tickling shade called Beach Ball Breaker. And at this point, what I'm going to do is clean the crease. It's something you've seen me doing 1,000 times. And rather than using just one color for the crease, I'm going to create a gradient. And I'll use a shade I've used before, and that's Sandcastle. I'm really sorry to insist, but look how seamless the blending is. And to pursue the gradient, I'm gonna use the shade Rusty Anchor, which is this brick orange color. I think this is a very different look for me. I'm more used to bright colors, but this color story is very interesting. And to finish this part of the gradient, I'm going to use the shade Don't Be a Beach. I really don't know who's in charge of making up these names. That's genius. And I hope it'll add this little touch of yes. That's exactly what I wanted. It's now time to blend these colors together. Okay, I think the eyeshadow work is now quite done, but let's take a pause and see which one of these beach-proof eyeliners I'm going to use. We have a skin tone liner called Vampire Nude, a regular black liner, and I don't think I'm going to use this today. We have also a pale lavender, and I'm not quite sure of using this as well. And we have a white liner called Drug Lord. Let's try this out. This is so ASMR. Interesting. Okay, I think it looks cool, but at the same time I think I really need more practice with these, because that's not something I'm really used to, but I think they're great, and the opacity of the white on a darker color is satisfying, so I think that they're cool. And what now? There is still something we need to try, and it's the Gothic Diamonds palette. So let's open her up. And I think I'll go with the middle shade, which is Glimmer of Hope, and put it on the highest point of my cheek. I don't know if you catch it on camera, but you have to be cautious with it. The Extreme Frost formula is very, very velvety on the skin. I like the rendering. You don't see it all the time. It's really catching the light, and that's something I'm personally looking for when I'm wearing highlighter. I think I'm going to use this purple shade, Summer Death, just under my brow. Okay. That is a little strong, And I'm finally going to use this Silver Shade Bloodsucker Bling on my inner corner. It's really funny how I think it finishes the look, even though the look is not really finished. And the eyeshadow work is now done. But there is still one product I have to try. To be completely honest, I already tried it, and that's the best mascara ever. It's the Beach Proof Mascara, and I'm going to put it off camera and I'll be right back with the final look. And here is the final look, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because I couldn't be happier on how it turned out. So, what to say? The palette by itself is a Jeffree Star palette. It says it all. Pigmentation and blendability are very on point. To me, it's a 10, 10, 10 across the board. If you're still having doubts regarding the Gothic Diamonds palette, don't and stop immediately. These are not only highlighters, they are showstoppers. Regarding the liners, I think they're great, but I have to get used to them. That's something to keep an eye on. And finally, the Beach Proof Mascara is my newest favorite mascara. Each lash is beautifully coated. I seriously love it. So there it is. It's a massive collection and I like everything I tested today. And that's exactly what I love about that brand. It's fun, it's innovative, and it delivers each time. So that's all I have for today, and that was a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share before you leave. And you can also subscribe and activate this notification bell so you're sure not to miss anything. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys!